Hello again,
And
people.
welcome, mm,
You first.
welcome to our follow-up of the Final Fantasy 16 review, I guess you could call it.
So, if you guys couldn't tell, we were big fans of Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, I normally wouldn't want to do two videos on more or multiple videos on a single game, but there's just so much to talk about that wasn't going to happen in that other video.
So basically, what we want to do is do some follow up. There will be a lot. There will be spoilers in this video, just to clarify.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely everything will be spoiled
we're going
if
to be
we
talking
happen to get to
about
it.
some side quest storyline stuff, theories about the ending, and where we think this world could go from here. In
Mm.
case they want to do like a 16.2 or some DLC or something.
I
So,
think they want to do DLC now because the fan feedback of this game was so much more higher than anticipated. They're like, "All right, oh, sure."
side quest stuff. To clarify, I didn't do most of the side quests. Um,
I did all of them,
I only did the ones that had the plus on them to get new equipment. So,
and those ones suck in terms of story.
yeah, but you get good loot for them.
You get good stuff, but like in terms of anything story related, the other side quests are there for you. Like they're in some of them are individual stories, but some of them over arc throughout the entire story if you do them.
So,
Like
Alex, this is where you come in.
yeah.
'Cause you did more of the side quest stuff
Yeah,
than I did.
so characters you've met through the main story, sometimes or most of the time you'll end up talking to them again and doing more side quests involving them. Remember the guy Juno Jumbo, the guy in the desert town?
Yeah.
There's like a point where they spoilers here. He's a bearer and nobody knew it, and they all were going off against him, and he's trying to tell people, hey, these like Ashik monsters are coming to destroy the village, and they won't listen to him, and you have to like, and they start throwing rocks at him and all that stuff, and the kids stand in front of him, and they're like, well, shit. The kids like just tell him off, and then they believe him.
Oh
They
no.
believe him, and then you go kill the monsters, and everything is hunky dory. There's a few other ones. There's that seductress woman. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a long side quest of making sure her town stays independent from the Empire's rebuilding, which is basically after you destroy the Empire's city's crystal. So that's a little bit of a side quest. There's Eastpool, which there's a bloody massacre there. You go there and you restore it basically, and
Oh
have the
shit.
town Yeah, you take a bunch of bearers, and they're all free, and they can run the town as much however they want. Um, then there was the ones at the end game, which were really important because you could recruit Joshua and Jill to run around with you, and some of them involve some side quests, of course. And they even have like special dialogue too, depending on if they're with you for one quest or another.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, like for example, if you want to go to this one quest, which I think is great, you go to a little island where you and Torgal used to like go as kids or as a kid, and he was like
Oh,
a puppy.
Torgal.
Yeah, Joshua says, "Yeah, I'll stay behind. You guys go," kind of thing. So you go there, and then you realize that he's been trying to find uh, Clive for years by getting all of his armor pieces back together, waiting for him to return.
Aw.
I know it's wholesome as shit, dude. I love it.
Aw, Torgal.
And
See,
then
that's why
there's
Torgal is best doggo.
He is, and then there's this one quest that really, two quests that really make you wonder: are they going to do anything past this game? The first one is the what's her name? Sid, SID. I think that's
Uh,
her name.
sure.
Sid's daughter.
Oh, mid.
Mid. Okay, Mid. She wants to build a flying boat thing, airship, but that never ends up happening. But we're not sure if they're ever gonna finish that dream after the game's over in a future DLC or just sometime down the timeline. because the game's ending is years later. So there's a lot that could happen in between. And then there's one where you talk to Harpocrates, and he will mention that you should probably write, like, after you put the sword down, pick up the pen and write your adventures and all that stuff, uh, just in remembrance or whatever. He's like, I believe I'll probably do that when I'm done with all this. So that throws into question who wrote the book, and did Clive actually survive the
Yeah.
end?
So, for those of you who don't know, at the end of the game, after Clive destroys Ultima, um, and he uses most of his magic to basically free the world of magic.
Yeah, like he sucks up Ultima's power and then just exerts it, gets rid of
Now
it.
he ends up beached, and his arm is turning to stone, kind of like the bearers that the people in the church were taking care of. But you
Yeah.
don't actually see Clive die.
Yeah, so that's why we think he might have survived and wrote the book, and Joshua might have died, and he wrote the book in his honor of his name.
Well, oh no, Clive brought Joshua back to life.
But we don't see Joshua after this.
That's true.
So we
Um,
don't know if he died or if he just kind of disappeared again.
like the common theory I'm seeing online is that Clive did in fact die,
That's
but
But how would Joshua know about the parts he wasn't there for?
that could also just be you know.
You see what I mean? Because this whole story in that book was told from the perspective of Clive,
That's true.
so only
There
Clive
are,
would know
there are
certain points.
the thing is there are hints in the game that lean toward he died, and there are hints in the game that lean toward he lived. The game gives you information that supports both.
Yeah,
So
I'm going with the thing that he lived at least for a little while to write the book, and then
until
died.
until they eventually confirm it one way or the other, we don't know. Um,
Yeah, it's
it's
all
not like
speculation.
15 where straight up Noctis is dead.
Yeah, you see the spirit of his father stab him right through the chest. It's like, yeah, he's dead.
Clive, they leave it ambiguous. So
I think they did that on purpose so they could be like, well, if we want to make extra content, we can.
yeah,
I
yeah.
would love that. I don't know what you would do with DLC for this game. Like, would you add more epilogue story? Would you start up a new story? Be like, hey, this could lead into a 16.2 or a sub series in 16.
If I were a betting man, the DLC would focus on a different character.
I think that'd be good. Because
I would like to.
Clive's story is done as far as
I
we
would,
know.
I would like to play as Dion. I think that would be cool, and have Bahamut icon fights.
Ooh, yeah, we don't know if he's dead. I think he is.
He just kind of fell, but
Yeah, there's a thing saying that dragoons don't take fall damage, so we don't know if he died upon impact on wherever he fell.
he might have died before he landed because of the damage he took from Ultima.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage from Ultima. And he shot a lot of power out. And then Ultima, oh, that
Yeah.
shit made me laugh because he's just so like he's surprised, but he's just like,
All right.
okay, boom. But what else is there? There's
Maybe you play as Joshua in the DLC. I don't know.
maybe Joshua saves Clive
That
after
could
after the
be a
battle.
thing. See, we don't know. They need to confirm it because, yeah,
It's bugging the shit out of me.
right now
And
I want to lean toward he died, but I don't know. Is the thing.
yeah, you'd have to play the side quests to really think like, this it seems like they're trying to hint at something, especially Harpocrates about the book, because Joshua was never told to write a book.
That's true.
So there's only one person that could have possibly written the book.
And it was Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, he zipped through here. Next game, Sephiroth is going to appear and fuck with him again,
That's right.
or they're going to cross, or you'll see Clive and the gang just walking through, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, they just got slipped into Final Fantasy VII's universe. It's like
Jesus Christ.
shit. Now Rebirth is gonna be a fucking mess.
Oh Jesus. Oh God. Don't go Square Enix. Don't actually do that. All right.
Nomura, I'm keeping my eye on you.
I'm still waiting for them to make Smash Bros. Canon.
That's gonna be fucking funny. Well, they'll do it at some point.
Oh yeah, remember that time Sora used the power of waking to end up in a crossover game with Nintendo?
Yeah. He actually went there first, and then left, and then appeared in the Quadratum.
Oh my God! No! No! No!
If there ever is a character, I think in terms of iconic protagonists in Final Fantasy, this Clive is gonna be one of those.
Oh,
Like,
for sure, for
for
sure.
years down the line, you'd be like, who are your best like protagonists? You got Cloud, you got Zack, you got Clive.
Tidus,
I haven't played 10, so I don't
other
know.
people, other people.
There's Terra from 6, which they
The
want to remake apparently.
6 doesn't really have a unified main character.
Oh, so it's the story split amongst multiple characters.
Yeah, that was like one of the differences in development for 7 is they wanted a character that the game focused on, and that's where Cloud came from.
Yeah, what's funny is 15 said originally they wanted the story to be just about Noctis, which was their excuse at the time as to why you couldn't play as the other characters. In reality, they just didn't have the other characters finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, so that's a lie.
Well, in 16's credit, it does feel like Clive's story.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like you miss anything either.
No, you don't.
Yeah, unlike 15, where it feels like you can miss like massive chunks of the story if you don't do certain side quests. It bugs me so much, that game, and the way they presented the story. Well, anyway, that not to harp on 15 anymore. But 16, we still haven't done New Game Plus yet.
Yeah, I haven't touched the Final Fantasy mode, and I'm gonna let it simmer for a while before I jump back into it.
I need to finish anything I can do. Excuse me. Anything I can do in the regular save file I have, like those challenges that you can do from each icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little. One of them was kind of hard. The Phoenix one was hard, but then like Garuda was piss easy, and Bahamut wasn't too bad either.
Huh.
I think you get a. I imagine you get a trophy for doing it, and you also get one of those little collectible things. You can that go on your wall or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and you have to get all those to get a trophy as well. And you get those through the side quests. So it's like there is some kind of incentive. It's like, ooh, look at my neat collection.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think my second playthrough I'm gonna do because I did the same thing with 7 Remake. My first playthrough I did nothing. The second playthrough I did everything.
yeah, 7 remake. I did side quests up to a certain point where I was just like, I just want to see where the story goes. I'm done.
Yeah, 7 Remake, my first playthrough, I just played the story. The second playthrough, I did every single side quest.
Yeah, what's weird is with 7 remake, it doesn't feel like the quests are tied to the main story in any way, or like it doesn't feel like it's part of the story. It just feels like, oh, this is just a separate little thing I gotta do. But in 16, other than like probably the first wave of like side quests where it's just like, oh, grab this, take this here, and all that crap, it eventually builds and it builds the world up. Like it really does.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's not the quest that really matters. It's the story that you get along the way.
I think that was a lot of people's complaints with the side quests. The gameplay was so monotonous.
Yeah, all you do is either go here and grab this, go back, go here, kill these enemies, go back. It's usually that a lot of the time.
And
But this,
in terms of gameplay, that is very, very.
yeah, but at least in one of them you get to go. you know the blacksmith, right?
Yeah,
I forget his name, but you
Blackthorn.
go
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn. All right, so you go back to Blackthorn's home village, through one of his side quests, and they have like a squabble, him and the current ruler. There's like a whole relationship issue between those two, and why the city is the way it is, and I don't know. It's kind of neat. Like, I believe there you either teach them how to make fire without magic or something better, how to make something. I don't know. Regardless, it's still pretty cool interactions, and it feels like it's canon to the story.
Most of them
It's
probably are.
I think so, because it feels like they are a part of the story. It doesn't feel like disjointed and like other MMOs or other things. Like Final Fantasy 15 is a great example. Most of those side quests you don't need to fucking do. You really don't need to do any of the side quests to get any like extra story. It's just kind of there.
It's
Some
funny
of
that you,
them a little bit, but not much.
it's funny that you say MMO though, because the same team that did 14 did 16. So
Yeah, and I don't really like their side quests in 14 either. It's kind of the same thing.
I got to give them credit though. They were able to make a single player focused narrative game. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was really shocked. I was like, oh, like a lot of people were like, oh no, the people who made freaking MMO are making a single player game.
And it was awesome.
I had faith in this game when I first saw the first trailer, and so we need to figure out how would they continue 16, because we still have some loose ends. Clive's unconfirmed death, the flying airship that she wants to work on. Um, so we got to figure out at some point, are they going to build the ship? What's Clive going to do when he's alive? I don't know if he's alive.
I guess Square Enix is gonna have to tell us.
I don't know. I don't know when the DLC would come out. I don't know if it's been planned or if they're now just starting on it.
I don't think it was planned, dude. Um,
It's not like 15 where it was planned, because season pass right from the beginning. It's like we
there's
should have,
currently no DLC for this game at all.
which is crazy.
Not even cosmetic DLC. There's
I
nothing.
That's one thing I want, is some cosmetic DLC. I know a lot of fans are like, oh, I'd rather just unlock that shit. But honestly, I'm fine with paying for like a Cloud costume or just any Final Fantasy protagonist.
Let me dress up as
Noctis,
Squall.
Squall. How about Noctis? Give him an actual personality.
Let me dress up as Sora. That's not. That's not final.
Disney is pointing at them with a shotgun, saying, "You're not touching that character."
And with and
Even he agrees. Even he agrees that it's like, no, you don't touch Sora. It's a Disney property, whether you like it or not. So, yeah, what were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Cloud kind of just threw you off there.
Yes,
Ah, shit. Uh, so I don't really know much more that can be said other than like possible outcomes, future like
I
things
don't.
that.
There's something I want to say.
Mm,
Play this game
yeah, you
if
need
you
to go
haven't
play this.
already.
Yeah, this game is pretty worth. Maybe $70. Yeah,
It's honestly worth buying a PS5 for if you haven't yet.
yeah. If you're gonna get a PS5, that should probably be one of your, like the first game you play.
Honestly, though, I would
Don't
highly recommend it.
don't get Demon Souls. Don't get any of that shit. Don't just
Maybe Spider-Man.
Yeah, probably. Especially when Spider-Man 2 comes out, you're gonna have another reason to get a PS5.
Yeah, but
So
this is definitely a game worth grabbing a console for.
yeah, and make sure anyone who does have a PS5 since launch, and when you're playing the game, please have good air
Clean,
ventilation. And
clean your fans. Clean your.
yeah, it's not hard either. You pop one side plate off, and then you take off this like sticker thing, and then
I
you just
I actually have a story about this game
yeah.
that I just thought about. So I was playing through it, right? It was my last play session. I was toward the end. My friend walks in during the final boss section.
Oh
Okay?
no,
And he got spoiled on the final boss and the ending, so he doesn't want to play the game anymore.
what an
And
ass!
this is the fourth time he's done that.
You ass!
He walked in on the ending of Sonic Frontiers, the ending of Spider-Man Miles Morales, the ending of this game, and I think it was one of the Donkey Kong Country games. So, he's done that 4 times now, and I'm like, dude, why is it with you and showing up at the ending of games?
You should have paused it and said, "We're not." It's like you're not seeing this.
I was 2 in the zone. I was fighting Ultima.
Yeah, I would have told him go in the other room. You don't want to see this.
I was too big, dude. I was in the zone. I was battling Ultima. You don't understand. Yes, you do. But
Oh yeah, I definitely understand.
anyway, that's
That,
all
that,
I got for you guys today.
yeah, that's all I got to say too. I mean, this probably wasn't as long as I was anticipating, but
It's still about 20 minutes.
yeah, because I mean, you can only talk about theories and whatnot for so long. So
I um
hmm,
I hope these characters show up in Kingdom Hearts 4. I think that'd be kind of cool.
that'd be really badass. But you know how Nomura is. He's
Uh,
been vocal about like
if it's not Final Fantasy 7, he doesn't care.
or 9 or 8.
Yeah. For some reason, those are his go-tos.
I wish he would at least implement 15's characters because he designed them.
He
That was
is.
supposed.
He is in Verum Rex.
Oh yeah,
I don't give a fuck what he says. That is Verum Rex.
it is. The trailer parts in that are like damn near identical.
But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Maybe me soon. I gotta make videos soon.
All right. I I gotta keep. I got more Spider-Man videos I gotta do
Yay!
because all my figures are packed up because I'm moving next month.
Yay! Yay!
Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
Later.